and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So today we start our first card for this week's stamp set of the week, Snowy Wonder. And it is a lovely stamp set. Let's put the cards aside. This one here, it has so many stamps in it. There's actually 20 stamps in the stamp set, and if you get the bundle you can get all of these dies, and it says there are, oh good grief, 23 dies for it. So a really good stamp set that we can create lots of cards with. So let's pop that aside for a second and we will bring in our normal piece of card where I have stamped up everything. So there are 17 stamps for figurines and 3 for sentiments. So we've got Let It Snow, Happy New Year and Season's Greetings. So there really is a lot that we can do with this stamp set. So let's go back to our cards. So this is the one you would have seen. And I've used all the snowflakes on that one, and then I've used this one. We've got the holly and the berries, and we've got some houses. And for the next one we're going to use the snowmen. So let me bring in the supplies. So I have a piece of garden green which measures 8 inches by 5 3/4. I have 2 pieces of white card which are 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So that is 1 for the inside and 1 for the outside. I then have a piece of white card. So I've got 2, one in case I change my mind. 2 3/4 by 4 1/2, and then I have a piece of garden green again for the layer, and the layer is 3 by 4 3/4. Now I may trim that down slightly depending on how the card goes. So let's start with this first piece, and what we're going to do is I have this very jolly snowman, and I'm going to use the Memento ink, and I'm just going to stamp him up. There we go, he's gorgeous. So I'm just going to put him in the bottom center as possible of my card. There we go. So he's going to go there. Look at that, isn't he lovely? Now I just want to make sure if I put him there he's almost going to be holding hands. I think that's okay. I think that works. So let's try it and see. If not, we will bring the penguin in. So let's stamp him up again. So we're going to straight down, straight up. Oh, look at him. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay. And then we do exactly the same on the opposite side. Straight down and straight up. So we've got these really cute snowmen. All right. So I've got the sentiment and it's Let It Snow. So I'm going to put that over to the far right hand side over here, and I'm going to stamp that up, believe it or not, in Gorgeous Grape. So let's do that. There we are. Let's bring that down just a touch towards me. And I'm just going to pop the Gorgeous Grape. There we are. Let It Snow. And then my snowman on here, I'm going to give a little green hat. I'm just going to do the one in the middle. He's going to get a nice little green hat. Pop him up there. Oh, look at him. And then I am going to bring in the Gorgeous Grape again, and I'm just going to add some speckles of snow around. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to check it on my paper here and see if I prefer 1 or 2. I think I'm going to try version 2. So it's the stamped off version. So you stamp it off and then you just add it in the middle. That works. Stamp off. So literally just going to work my snow round my snowman. Just remembering to stamp it off. There we go. So with this one, there really isn't a lot of stamping. So I'm just going to put some at the top now. I'm going to colour in his little nose in a second, probably using the pumpkin pie. It's quite an easy card to create. There we go. That works for me. Right, okay, now I need to colour in his nose, and I've forgotten to grab my pen, so let's do that very quickly. Bring those out. There is pumpkin pie. Ta-da. And I'm going to use the dark version, but the thin pointy end, and just give his little nose a colour. And because it is the Christmas snow, I'm going to use my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to add a bit of colour of the glitter just on the bottom of each of the sections of the snowman. There we go. You can add as much or as little. Let's see if I can bring this up and see if you can see. Just about see the glitter on him. So I'm going to do that on all three of my snowmen. Of course, if you wanted to, you could colour all the snowman in the whole of the snowman, and it would just have some real glitter. He would be really sparkly. Okay, there we go. So that's that one. These can now be layered onto my garden green layer. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do it straight away. What I'm trying to do, I'm going to pop that there. There we go. Now, if you look at these sections, we've got decoration all the way around the edges on both these cards, and I want to use the Christmas present. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my Christmas presents going all the way around. Then I'll bring in the layer to see how much of the Christmas present we actually get to see. So let's try that. So it's up the top. Now obviously I don't mind if we don't see all of the present, because you're going to stamp off the edges and it's not going to be, you know, there's going to be just missing edges there. There we go. And I think we'll probably get away with it. Just going to work my way around. Now obviously you could use different colours if you wanted to, and get those to work. It's just to add a bit of detail really to the card. Now if you're happy with this, you could add a bit of, again, the Wink of Stella to add a bit of glitter. And there's the last one. Okay, phew. Right, let's put that away and bring in our snowman. Okay, so that will sit onto there, like so. I think that works. I don't think we need to make it a smaller border. That works quite well. Let's grab my glitter. What have I done with it? There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to add a bit of glitter to not all of the Christmas presents, but just a few of them. There's one there. Let's give some glitter to that one. And a bit of glitter to this one. So as I say, not all of them, just a few. I mean, obviously, if you wanted to, you could add all the glitter. There we go. Right. So let's put that aside for a second. What we're going to do is we're going to stick this to here using the Stampin' Seal. There we go. There's our snowman. Perfect. Then I'm going to add the Christmas presents to the layer or the card. So this is the 8 by 5 3/4. For those of you that wish to, you can score at the 4-inch mark, but I'm just going to fold and burnish. Here we go. Then I am going to layer my Christmas presents onto here. Again, I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal. Oops, nearly put it on upside down. Not a good look. So let's layer that. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this one. And then we can raise it, give it a bit of dimension. Just one in each corner and one in the middle. Don't really need much more than that. The paper isn't a large piece, so that will work quite well. Perfect. So I'm going to remove the backings using my picker tool, or take a pick tool even. There we go. And then that can be layered onto here. Just want to make sure that A, it's straight, and B, I'm showing as much of the presents as possible. There we go. Lovely. Now, what else am I going to do? Let's think. Let's put some glitter on that hat. I've just slightly wiped off the edge of the glitter pen onto my paper, just to make sure I haven't picked up any of the orange that I was highlighting before. And I've just done the same again with this for the remove any of the green. Then I've got my piece to go inside, and I'm just going to put a cheeky snowman down here in the bottom right hand corner. There we go. Let's pop him down here, and we'll give his nose a little bit of colour. There he is. And again, I'm using the pumpkin pie, but with the very thin end. Then I can attach that with a bit of Stampin' Seal. And we have a quick and easy card for a Monday evening. One of those cards that if you need a lot to make, won't actually take you a lot of time. So there is our snowman. And we've got houses and we've got the snowflakes. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. I will be back on Wednesday with our second card, so if you're available, do join me then. It would be lovely to catch up with you. But whatever you do, happy crafting, and I hope to catch up with you soon. Bye!